Ever thought about packing up and moving to the most fabulous city in Canada? Picture the bustling metropolis of Toronto, the largest city in Canada, with 6 million friendly faces ready to welcome you. Toronto is a destination that proudly wears its rainbow colors, boasting a thriving queer community that radiates throughout its many districts. But it's not just about the queer culture. Toronto is a melting pot of experiences, offering a cultural feast of diverse cuisines, world-class museums, and theatrical delights. Here you'll find a city where the gay anthem isn't just a song, it's a way of life. But don't just take our word for it. Come and see for yourself. You'll soon find that Toronto isn't just a city, it's a rainbow-colored world waiting for you to explore. What's a city without its queer corners, right? Toronto has not one, but two. Let me guide you through the rainbow-adorned streets of the Gay Village at Church and Amp, Wellesley and the Queer West Village. These neighborhoods are the beating heart of Toronto's queer community, each teeming with life, love, and a whole lot of pride. The Gay Village at Church and Amp, Wellesley is a haven for those seeking a community that celebrates diversity. Its streets are lined with rainbow crosswalks and the area is filled with queer-friendly establishments. From cozy cafes where you can sip on your morning joe while people-watching, to bookstores that carry an array of queer literature, every corner is a testament to the vibrant spirit of Toronto's queer community. Now, if you're more of a night owl who loves to party, the Gay Village won't disappoint. Its nightlife is as diverse as the community itself, offering everything from pulsating dance clubs where you can let loose, to quiet pubs where you can enjoy a pint with friends. And let's not forget the drag shows. They're nothing short of legendary. On the other side of town, you'll find the Queer West Village. It's a bit more laid back, but no less queer-friendly. It's the perfect place for those who prefer a more relaxed vibe. The neighborhood is known for its indie art scene, vintage shops, and craft breweries. And yes, there are plenty of queer-friendly bars and clubs here too. In both these neighborhoods, you'll find a sense of community that's hard to match. The locals are welcoming, the streets are safe, and the culture is rich. It's a place where you can truly be yourself without fear of judgment. So whether you're looking for a quiet coffee shop or a lively nightclub, Toronto's queer neighborhoods have got you covered. The city is waiting for you with open arms and a rainbow flag. All you have to do is take the first step. Remember, home is not just a place, it's a feeling. And in Toronto's queer neighborhoods, that feeling is pride. Living in Toronto is like being at a never-ending pride parade. The city pulses with the rhythm of acceptance, diversity, and love, creating a symphony of colors that paint every aspect of life here. The robust rights for the LGBT community in Canada are like the beating heart of this symphony. Same-sex relationships have been legal since the psychedelic 60s, and in 2005, same-sex unions were recognized on a national level. That's what we call progress. But Toronto isn't just about the rights we've fought for. It's about the life we live every day. The city is a cultural smorgasbord, with experiences as diverse as the people who live here. The museums will take you on a journey through time and space, from the ancient civilizations to the modern art movements. You might lose yourself in the captivating storytelling of the Royal Ontario Museum, or find your spirit soaring with the contemporary expressions at the Art Gallery of Ontario. The theater scene, on the other hand, is like a box of rainbow-colored chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. From the heart-wrenching dramas to the side-splitting comedies, from the grand operas to the intimate indie productions, there's a show for every mood and every taste. And you know what they say? The show must go on. And in Toronto, it certainly does. So, whether you're a history buff, an art aficionado, a theater enthusiast, or just someone who loves a good time, Toronto has got you covered. And the best part? You get to enjoy all of these experiences in a city that not only accepts you for who you are, but celebrates you. Because here, love is love, and everyone is free to be their true, fabulous self. In Toronto, every day is a celebration of queer life. Every city has its challenges, and Toronto is no exception. Even in the most rainbow-lit corners of the world, there's always the other side of the spectrum. And no, we're not talking about the fabulous color play of a disco ball. We're talking about a few of the less glitzy aspects of Toronto life that might give you pause. Let's start with the fairy tale snowfall that graces Toronto from November to April. It's a winter wonderland, all right, but with a bit of a frosty bite. It's the kind of cold that can make even the most robustly built snowman shiver. So, if you're someone who basks in the sun and wilts in the cold, you might need to think twice, or at least invest in a seriously snazzy coat. And then there's the cost of living. Toronto, darling, is a diva with a taste for the finer things in life. It's quite the high-maintenance city with living expenses that can make your wallet feel a bit light. So while you may be dreaming of a penthouse with a view of the CN Tower, you might initially have to settle for something less lofty. But hey, who doesn't love a good underdog story where you work your way up to the top, right? Lastly, let's not forget about the bustling city life. While Toronto's energy can be intoxicating, it can also be a tad overwhelming for some. The city's hustle and bustle are not for everyone, and if you're seeking a quieter, more laid-back lifestyle, you might find Toronto's pace a bit too fast. But let's be real. Every city, just like every person, has its quirks. Despite these challenges, many still find the city's charm irresistible. Every snowflake, every penny spent, every hurried step on the city streets, they all add up to create the unique, vibrant tapestry that is Toronto. And for many, it's these very challenges that make the city even more endearing. After all, it's not a rainbow without a little rain, right? So why choose Toronto over other cities, you may ask? Well, let's get right into it. Toronto is a city that truly understands the meaning of diversity. It's a melting pot of cultures, and that's reflected in every aspect of life here. You'll find a smorgasbord of cuisines to tantalize your taste buds, from Italian to Indian, Mexican to Middle Eastern. The city's culinary scene is as diverse as its inhabitants, offering a gastronomic journey around the world right at your doorstep. But Toronto is more than just a foodie's paradise. It's a city that's always on the move, and its public transportation system is a testament to that. Whether you're heading to work, catching a show, or meeting friends for brunch, the city's reliable transit system ensures you're always just a ride away from your destination. Now let's talk about the heart of the city, the people. Toronto is home to one of the largest, most vibrant LGBT communities in North America, making it a haven for queer individuals. It's a city where everyone is welcomed with open arms, where you can be your authentic self without fear of judgment. The city's commitment to progressive values is evident in its laws and policies. Same-sex relationships were legalized here decades ago, and Toronto continues to lead the way in advocating for the rights of the LGBT community. This isn't just a city that tolerates diversity, it celebrates it. Toronto is also a hub of art and culture, boasting an array of museums, theaters, and galleries. It's a city that embraces creativity, offering endless opportunities to engage with the arts. Whether you're a fan of classical music, contemporary art, or avant-garde theater, Toronto has something for you. So why choose Toronto? Because it's more than just Canada's largest city. It's a place where you can find community, where you can explore new cultures, where you can be yourself. It's a city that values diversity, progressiveness, and inclusivity. But most importantly, Toronto is more than a city. It's a home for the queer community.